Some cities are visited, but Venice is a dream you slowly enter.
At dawn, Venice rises from the lagoon like a memory made visible.
Here, even the morning light seems to travel by water. My first sight of Venice feels quieter and more beautiful than I imagined.
Before visitors arrive, the city begins its real working day on boats.
Every rope, tide, and landing is part of Venice's daily language.
The city wakes without traffic, guided instead by footsteps and oars.
The moment I step ashore, time already seems to move differently.
More than 100 islands become one city through water and bridges.
Today, I will discover why Venice still feels like a love letter. At sunrise, Piazza San Marco belongs to light, silence, and history.
St. Mark's Basilica gathers centuries of faith, trade, and artistic exchange.
Thousands of golden pieces turn the facade into a living field of light.
Standing here, I feel Venice built itself from stone, sea, and imagination.
The Campanile watches over Venice like a familiar guardian above the lagoon.
The winged lion recalls Venice's powerful past as a maritime republic.
The Doge's palace once held the power and secrets of the Venetian Republic.
Behind the grand facades, local hands quietly prepare Venice for another day.
Its romantic name hides a darker history of prisoners leaving freedom behind.
Across the lagoon, every dome appears to float between water and sky.
Venice turns ordinary movement into a graceful performance on the lagoon. The square changes from silent monument to welcoming Venetian living room. A Venetian morning begins with espresso, precision, and a familiar greeting. The coffee is bold, the pastry warm, and the welcome beautifully simple.
One small cup carries enough warmth to begin an entire Venetian day.
Here, breakfast is also a brief ritual of friendship and belonging. The cornetto is delicate, buttery, and perfect beside this intensely fragrant espresso.
Caffeinated and curious, I step back into Venice as the city brightens. Beyond San Marco, the most intimate Venice begins inside its narrow lanes. Above the alley, everyday life hangs gently between centuries-old walls. The city's character lives in details, polished by weather, hands, and time.
Buongiorno, signora. Buongiorno. Venice feels most alive when neighbors greet each other across the canals.
Every bridge reveals another quiet composition of water, walls, and sky. Good afternoon. Here's your package. Away from the landmarks, neighborhood squares remain the city's shared living rooms. In Venice, getting lost is not a mistake. It is an invitation.
Each dark passage ends with a small surprise waiting in the light.
Prego. A simple local kindness can become the most memorable part of a journey. Rialto is where Venice's beauty and commercial history meet above the canal.
Passing beneath Rialto feels like entering another grand chapter of Venice.
From above, the Grand Canal becomes Venice's busiest and most beautiful avenue.
I follow the morning crowd toward the flavors that define this lagoon. Rialto Market is Venice's kitchen, supplied by the sea and surrounding lagoon.
Every shining catch suggests a recipe passed through generations of Venetian kitchens.
The vendors know which catch belongs in risotto, pasta, or the grill.
Beside the seafood, seasonal vegetables bring color and balance to Venetian cooking. Here,
Grazie.
Fresh, sweet, and shared with a smile, this taste feels unmistakably local.
for lunch, I enter a Baccaro, Venice's intimate neighborhood wine bar.
Cicchetti offer Venice one small, flavorful story at a time.
Whipped salt cod becomes surprisingly light, creamy, and deeply comforting on warm polenta.
Sweet onions and sharp vinegar preserve sardines while creating Venice's signature contrast.
The flavor is sweet, tangy, savory, and far more delicate than expected.
An ombra of wine turns a quick snack into a social ritual.
The warmest Venetian welcome arrives without ceremony, simply through food and conversation. Crisp seafood, tender meatballs, and tiny portions make tasting wonderfully spontaneous. Sharing many little plates makes lunch feel playful, generous, and deeply Venetian.
Grazie mille, ci vediamo. Prego, torna presto. I live with new flavors, new smiles, and a fuller understanding of Venice.
Now Venice invites me to see the city from its oldest roadway.
Prego signorina, benvenuta a bordo.
The boat moves beneath my feet, elegant, narrow, and surprisingly alive.
A gondolier reads currents, corners, and tides with every measured stroke. Years of training transform one oar into steering, balance, and quiet precision. From the water, hidden doors and balconies reveal a more private Venice. Under each bridge, sound deepens, and the outside world briefly disappears.
Even at tight corners, the boats negotiate with patience and practiced courtesy.
These doors remember when every important arrival came directly from the canal. Then the canal opens, and Venice suddenly becomes grand, bright, and theatrical.
Each palace faces the water like a stage set built for arrivals.
Behind the ornate facades, families still organize ordinary life around the tide.
It stands as a timeless testament to our city's soul.
Every facade carries a story that local memory keeps from disappearing.
The ride ends, but its slow rhythm remains inside me.
At San Trovaso, Venice's iconic boats return to the hands that sustain them. Every curve is measured for balance, maneuverability, and centuries of accumulated knowledge.
The wood must be persuaded slowly, never forced, until it holds the right form. Watching them work reveals how much patience hides beneath effortless elegance.
Layer by layer, the familiar black surface becomes deep, smooth, and luminous.
The forcola is both practical tool and unmistakable piece of Venetian sculpture.
The gondola returns to water, craftsmanship becomes movement once again.
Another doorway leads into Venice's secretive world of masks and transformation.
A true carnival mask begins with paper, a mold, and patient hands.
Paint and gold transform a humble form into a mysterious Venetian character.
Each mask once offered anonymity, freedom, or a new role during Carnival.
È fatta a mano, con cura, guardi loro.
Holding it, I feel the playful mystery that still surrounds Venetian Carnival.
For one brief moment, the mask lets me imagine another version of myself.
The signature reminds me this is art, not simply a souvenir.
Ciao.
Arrivederci. Venice survives whenever travelers value the people who keep its crafts alive. Across the lagoon, another island has shaped beauty from fire for centuries.
Murano appears quietly, but its glass is known throughout the world. Beyond the showrooms, Murano remains a close community built around canals and craft. Inside the furnace, sand and minerals become a glowing, fluid possibility. The glass must keep moving. A single pause can change the final form. Breath, heat, gravity, and teamwork shape something fragile from liquid fire.
Watching this feels like seeing a dance between human skill and flame. Color is carefully prepared, layered, and controlled before the glass begins cooling. When it cools, the fire remains visible inside every curve and color. Murano teaches me that true luxury is knowledge carried through generations.
Arrivederci signora, a presto.
Grazie infinite.
Then Burano rises ahead like a rainbow, resting on the water.
Every house carries a bold color, yet the village still feels harmonious. Burano feels joyful at first glance, but its beauty is deeply lived in.
Fishing and family life continue behind the village's famous, colorful facades.
Maintaining these colors is an act of pride, care, and community identity.
Burano lace grows one tiny stitch at a time, demanding extraordinary patience. Each movement looks small, yet together they create astonishing depth and grace.
You hold it so, I did it. Bravo! One imperfect stitch shows me how much mastery this quiet craft requires. We all start somewhere.
Burano's buttery bussola biscuits taste simple, fragrant, and wonderfully comforting.
As evening approaches, Venice returns ahead in a wash of gold.
Buonasera, signorina. Welcome.
I end the day where Venetian memory is served through food.
Bigoli in salsa turns humble onions and anchovies into deep, savory comfort.
Black cuttlefish risotto carries the color and intense character of the lagoon.
It looks dramatic, yet tastes balanced, silky, and unmistakably of the sea. Tiramisu from the Veneto ends dinner with coffee, cocoa, and gentle sweetness.
At sunset, Venice seems to gather every color it borrowed from the day.
The city is imperfect, fragile, and somehow more beautiful because it endures.
Venice speaks of love through companionship, patience, and time shared quietly.
At night, San Marco becomes music, warm light, and footsteps across history.
I came seeking romance and found a city sustained by memory and craft.
Venice is not merely seen, it is felt, remembered, and carried home.